Hey, what's going on, guys? Boosted Whips here. Today we're going to be installing the strut bar. This is by BRACE1 Performance. Now this was painted by my buddy here, XGEN Auto. I'll put the link to his IG so you guys can see and check out his build as well. He's running methanol and a bunch of other really great goodies, so definitely. And he has a shop as well, so it's a Fearon group. So I'll also tag him there if you guys need any body shop here in the Miami area. But this was custom painted and just came out really phenomenal. So we're gonna do the install. What you're gonna need is an Allen wrench. I think it's about an 8mm, and you're gonna need a deep socket. I guess that's a what, a 14? 14. It's a 14 deep socket. We did see, like, on his car was a 15, so it could either be a 14 or a 15, but definitely the most important thing is that it has to be a deep socket, otherwise you can't really take off the 3 bolts that are on each side for the strut mount. And basically that's it. All you're gonna do is remove those 3, remove the other 3, and something very important, to get this mount specifically, we're gonna have to unmount the bolts off of here. Put on the bracket first, and then the whole brace on the center. We'll show that on the video so you guys can go ahead and see it. But that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll go ahead and remove those 3. We're not using a torque wrench today, but if you really want to use one, it's about 44 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely I'll find out and I'll put it in the description after we're done with the video. But I think super hand tight should do, right?
Practice.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you want, we can choke down the specs another time, but
yeah,
it's gonna be tight for sure.
Now we're doing the other side. And this is not an issue, at least on my car I'm like aired out, so there's not gonna be like an issue of like any alignment or anything like that. I think that's the common question people ask. Either way, there's other things right below it that actually holds the whole suspension, so it's not really gonna cause any issues or whatnot. So so that's that. All right, guys, as you guys can see, we already went ahead and put the side struts. We just have them in with the screws. One thing to note, because I don't know if between the whole painting or whatever, I don't know if we switch the left and right bracket, but these are bracket, you know, sensitive. So you gotta make sure the left is with the left and the right is with the right? So what you wanna make sure is if you have issues just putting the bracket on itself, you're definitely have the wrong one. It literally just goes in nicely, and it should just be straight adjacent to it, or parallel, however you want to call this, and it should just be straight. You shouldn't have any reason why it shouldn't go in or it shouldn't line up. So definitely make sure that you have the right bracket on the correct sides, and that's a key note there. You shouldn't have that problem just simply because BRACE1 Performance should have it configured correctly, but just in case, that's how that goes. So now we're gonna go ahead and place the bar over both sides. Obviously, if you have a second hand, would definitely be useful, but it's not needed. And once again, thankful for XGEN Auto here. He came down, but it comes with his tool set, and this is where you're gonna use the Allen wrench. I believe is an 8mm again, and you have your nut on the other side. So
14 or 15mm, and
that's about 14 or 15mm. So
you can choose to have either this exposed or this side exposed. I prefer this.
Right. So he's saying whichever one you want to get it exposed from the engine bay, whether it be the screw side or the nut side, it's totally up to you. We're gonna go ahead and get the screw exposed just because it just looks aesthetically much better, right? And so yeah, so we'll go ahead and you just screw those in.
Keep everything loose.
And so this is loose, right, Paul? So
yeah, everything's loose.
so here on the side, you want to leave this loose until you're fully, you know, assembled here. We're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Once this is assembled, we can go ahead and start bolting down, tightening everything down as it should, right? So here's the other side. All right, so we're tightening down the bolts, and what you want to do is go ahead and not over tight one originally. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to do them one at a time, and then eventually you start tightening them down one at a time. And once you get full tight, you start finalizing that final, you know, tightness on it. So There's a demonstration there. And you want to do this part before tightening in the bracket piece onto the bar. And we'll go ahead and do the other side. And that wasn't a final tight, right, Paul?
No.
All right, so you want to do the other side as well, just enough to have it where it's not gonna move. And then you can go ahead and
while we're tightening, I am gonna switch to a bigger one now.
Okay. All right, so we're getting the final tightness here. We're gonna go ahead and finalize. Again, we're giving a full tight here. Again, you can use a torque wrench with 44 pounds. It's the torque spec that I've read in other forums, and Honda in itself, and the manufacturer as well. So, finalizing the other side. All right, and the final step is to go ahead and finalize the bar side assembly. We already did it on this side here. Just gotta tighten that part. And that completes the install. So I'm gonna give you a nice little backup shot so you guys can see the whole entire engine bay once everything's completed. And then I'll give you a nice little slip at the end of XGEN No Fears ride on how it looks right now. Definitely give them a follow. All right, so here's the final look of the strut bar. Again, this is by BRACE1 Performance. I'll drop all the links and discount codes. There's other options out there like XGEN Auto. I'm also gonna drop all those links, all the different kits. BRACE1 Performance does have a full kit that you can have from the bottom, the rear, as well as XGEN Auto. There's other different options, so definitely all the discount codes and all the direct links will be in the description details, so definitely look for that. And that is it. So once again, thanks to XGEN No Fears. Here's that. Just looks beautiful. It just goes real well with the theme that I have going on. And to finalize this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a nice little snip again of XGEN No Fears ride, so you guys can go ahead and check it out, and definitely follow him on Instagram. All right, guys, so this is a exterior look real quick. We're gonna have him pop the hood in a little bit so you guys can see. Really beautiful build from everywhere, from the engine bay to the outside exterior. Everything cosmetically just looks super clean on this ride. Definitely follow him. He's running on methanol, very powerhouse. He's going for big as well, so definitely check him out. So we're gonna go ahead and pop his hood. Just look at that. So we have a nice Black Panther theme up on the hood, and everything is aesthetically, like I said. And he did the same thing here on the struts, brace tower, obviously following his theme as well. And it's just beautiful. You want to give us a rundown more or less of what numbers you have, more or less, so that, and then it could go ahead and follow you.
I've got 355 horsepower, 347 torque. Running methanol, ethanol. Also, I did a fuel line mod to give the car a little bit more fuel. Takeda intake, PRL intercooler.
This is straight up like full Botons on it, running methanol on it.
Pipe, downpipe from the PRL.
Right, perfect.
And then if we come to the back here,
just look at this, guys. Also, he has the Rollo face. BBK on it, and on the trunk I'm going to show you real quick the methanol setup. You can go ahead, you can describe that.
So in here is where you actually pour the methanol, and then inside the car is where you actually control the amount of methanol you see. It's in here.
And that's using an AAM controller, right?
AAM controller, yeah.
So you have an AAM controller there. It tells you the amount of fuel you have. Just look at the interior too, guys. This is just insane. Got the cord lighting up features here. I mean, definitely follow him, check it out. again, if you have any questions, comments, you can go ahead and drop them below, or you can reach him at XGEN AUTO as well if you guys want to know more details. Pretty decent power on full bolt-ons. Again, this car is probably going to go on bigger turbo, I assume, right?
Yeah, I actually bought P600 from PRO yesterday.
So this is going on a P600 build, definitely. Even the pillars, just look at this, guys. It's just nice custom work. I mean, we see on YouTube certain people and all these other nice builds out there just kind of get left out, but this is one of the ones that I really love and really looked up to, actually. He's done a really nice job on the 2.0 build here, so definitely, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, Boosted Whips, I'm out. Have a very pleasant day, and God bless.